Guys, it's me, Luke Castro from Hedson, and I'm an 11th grader. Today we will talk about communication and my observations on communication. First of all, what is communication? Well, communication is a process that occurs between two or more people, and it can also be expressed through words and actions, verbal and nonverbal, or both at the same time, of course. And we have the elements, we have the speaker, the message, encoding, channel, decoding, receiver, feedback, context, and barrier. And two models of communication, Shannon Weaver, transaction, and SRAM. First, the Shannon Weaver is like a one-way mode of communication, and transaction model where there's feedback and noise barriers. And for the SRAM model, it's a cycle and it has noise as well, feedback as well. Where functions control and social interaction, motivation, emotional expression, information dissemination. And for the features, we have completeness, conciseness, consideration, concreteness, courtesy, clearness, and correctness. For the barriers, emotional barriers, use of jargon, lack of confidence, and noisy environment. Okay, and now we will talk about my observations at school. Well, the first class I observed was the grade 9, and their teacher was Sir Win. They were talking about math, of course. Sir Win is a good math teacher. And, of course, they were talking about math. And the speaker there, of course, Sir Win. The message is the lessons. The channel is the air where the message flows. And the receiver, of course, the students. Feedback also comes from the students. The barrier, well, there are a few. The rain. The rain is a big barrier because it was raining really hard that time. And we have the small talks of the students at the back that Sir Win doesn't recognize that much. We have the students who answer without raising their hands. And that means more noise and a noisy classroom, of course. And I think they represent the Shannon Weaver model. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, transaction model, because Sir Win speaks the message and feedback goes to him. Well, of course, a teacher is being a good teacher is being a good listener as well, because you can learn from the students. And that in that case, Sir Win allows the students to speak as well, for him to learn a few things as well. And for the functions, information dissemination, of course, because Sir Win is talking about math and is educating the students. For the features, it's complete, it was concise. Sir Win considers the students. It's concrete because he knows what he's talking about because he's a good math teacher. Courtesy, he respects the students, their strengths and weaknesses in math. And of course, there are also foreign students like Koreans and the Japanese. It was clear. I was listening at the back and I could hear Sir Win talk. There are 28 students at the class and the classroom was big. It's really big. And of course, Sir Win is correct. Well, for the barriers, what I said, I would noisy environment, and yeah, I think noisy environment. For the second class I observed was the grade 8 class, which was held at their classroom by Sir Ronnie. He's a new teacher and I have no idea who he is. Well, as of now, I know that he's a physics teacher. Well, for that class, I would say that, honestly, I would say that the class was dead. Literally, the teacher was just speaking a bit, not on a high tone, not that loud, and it was. I think it was quiet because I was at the back and I only hear bits of his messages. And the students, I would say that they were not. They were dead. They were not listening. I think they're listening, but they were not speaking to the teacher. So I think it represents the Shan Weaver model because that only the teacher speaks and the students are just looking at him. I don't know if they're listening or not. And the barriers, well, I think a bit of rain, but not that strong, just like the one at the grade 9 classroom. And the a barrier, I think there's none anymore. So, and the for the function, of course, information. The teacher speaks the message, educating them. For the features, I would say it was a bit complete, not that complete and not that empty. Or I would say not lacking. Concise. Yeah, he was keeping the message as short as possible. Consideration, I would say, I don't know. Concreteness, yes, he supports because he really knows the topic. He's a physics teacher. Courtesy, well, he respects the students, of course, and he he does not he didn't tell the students to speak, and yeah, the students also have courtesy because they respect the teachers. They respect the teacher speaking. For the clearness, I would say a no because it was not clear and not that loud. Correctness, he was speaking at a correct grammar. And for the barriers, yeah, noisy environment. And for my recommendations for the first class is that they would speak one by one without cre- without creating that much noise, and for them to listen and give their feedback. That class was a good one because it was a clear class and the students are learning. Well, here for the second class is a big thing. The students should interact more with the teacher. The teacher should interact more with the students. And they should have like graded recitation, not the students should talk and try to ask questions and not just don't stay dead because literally they were not speaking at all. And I encourage them to speak because it would be easier for them to learn the topic and of course for them to study for the quizzes, the exams. And I think that's it for my observations. And my name's Luke Castro again, and please leave a like and subscribe at my channel. And this is my first podcast. Wow. And thank you for listening. Peace out.